Hey, and welcome back to my channel, and thank God you're here because today I'm going to talk about how getting caught up in the pandemic fear mongering that's going on right now can weaken your immune system and make you even more susceptible to coming down with whatever else is going on right now, not only the coronavirus, but you might be more susceptible to something else. Because did you know that you actually have to be susceptible to pick something up? So yes, we know that people with a compromised immune system are more susceptible right now, but you could be too. So make sure you stick around and watch the rest of this video today to discover exactly the best tools and techniques for you to be able to not only boost your immune system, but reduce your level of stress on a daily basis. By the end of this video, you're going to have a much better idea of understanding exactly how fear and stress created by that fear is affecting your health, and your health in a very individual way, because your symptoms can be unique to you. And so I'm going to go over all the different ways that your body expresses how fear and stress is weakening your immune system and making you more prone to illness. For the best way to discover exactly how your thoughts and emotions are affecting your whole health, make sure you ring the bell over here and subscribe down here so that you don't miss another video that I put out every Tuesday. As a holistic healthcare practitioner, I see way more clients for chronic health issues that are related to stress than anything else. In fact, my stress, anxiety, and overwhelm kit, which I sell on my website, is one of my biggest sellers. And I get so much feedback all the time from people saying how much better they feel in a very short period of time just by learning how to eliminate their stress and overwhelm and anxiety on a day-to-day basis, and how it improves not just their overall health, but their life as well. It's actually crazy how much stress we can be under without even realizing it. That a lot of the times we get so used to being in chronic stress that it just becomes the norm. And yet it's secretly doing a ton of damage to your health. Now, stress from fear actually affects people differently. And it's all based on your own unique perceptions and experiences in life, how fear is going to affect you. It can be sneaky and it can creep up on you in very subtle ways that undermine your health, and you're not even aware that it's happening until it's too late. Or it can be completely in your face to the point that you can't even function. In other words, there are two ways that fear affects your level of stress and your health. It can be either cold and repressive, or it can be really hot and aggressive. It's often easy to see the hot stream because these are the people that, lash out quickly, they're aggressive, they have quick reactions, especially in the face of fear and anxiety. And these people often experience their symptoms more in the upper body. And I'll go over that in a little bit. And the other way fear is experienced, as I said, is the cold, repressed way. And sometimes these people actually appear really calm in a crisis, but it's not really so. Oftentimes they're just shutting down, and that shutting down can actually be even worse. And these people tend to experience their symptoms more in the lower body, especially in the digestive area, which again I'll clarify in a little bit. Now, both of these streams, as you can tell, are from our sympathetic system, which is our fight and flight. So fight, obviously, the hot aggressive side, and flight is your cold side, which you have actually been conditioned in life to react one way or the other, based on your family history and how you've experienced life according to their beliefs and their actions and reactions. So comment below and let me know, which stream do you think you are? Are you the hot type in a crisis, or are you the cold, calm, kind of repressed type? Let me know. So the hot type, as I said, often is the upper body, the head, the chest. So think about it. So if you're going to fight, you need more energy in your heart and in your head so that you have the willpower and the strength and the determination and the clarity to go out and fight whatever it is you think you're fighting. So symptoms are in this area. So it's, tense upper chest muscles, shoulders, neck tension, head might be super clear initially, but remember, if you're not really going out to fight somebody, then oftentimes that super amount of energy going into your brain can lead to actually headaches. And if you don't get headaches, then oftentimes that stuck energy just creates what we call monkey mind, where your brain is just in hyper alert and going all the time, and you can't get it to calm down. Or if you're more the cold type, which actually I am, then you often feel your fear and your stress in your gut. So you feel a little nauseous, or oftentimes what happens in real fear and panic is your digestion shuts off completely. Now, I'll get into this a little bit further, and I'll get into it in the next video, but actually digestion is shut down across the board for everybody, and there's a reason why. So make sure you ring the bell and stick around, because I'm going to talk about that next week. So if you're cold type and your digestion is shut off, then oftentimes there's no energy going to your head, so you will be more foggy thinking. Also, you might have some, like I said, nausea or indigestion or bloating and or gas issues. Or really what happens then is when you're really shutting down because you're in fear and panic mode and your digestion shuts right off, then you become generally constipated because nothing's going through. And again, nobody wants to have to go to the bathroom if you're on the run. Or when you have a super acute reaction to fear and panic, you might get diarrhea, aka scared shitless. And like I said, because your digestion shuts down across the board for any kind of fear, the sympathetic system cannot function when the digestive system is working. So it's either one or the other. The digestive system and the assimilation and the healing and the repairing and the nutritive stuff is all parasympathetic. So when you're in fight or flight and sympathetic is taking off, then your digestion has to take a back seat so that you have this extra energy. But remember, if you're chronically in fear and panic all the time, then of course your digestion is always barely working, which is why we have so many digestive issues today. Again, I'll go further into it in the next video. However, to help you today break out of the chaos and the confusion and the stress and the fear and the panic that's going on in the world, I have a few tips that I'll go over, and hopefully you can start implementing these on a daily basis and help you to just get rid of some of the excessive stress and chaos that's going on in your life and how it's affecting you on a physical level and your immunity, because I don't want you to get sick. So number one way I suggest to really start to take control of your panic and fear and stress right now is to be attentive to how you're feeling. Really take some time right now to stop and think about, what am I thinking about? Do I have a bit of monkey mind going on? Am I letting my thoughts carry me away? Or am I letting others' thoughts and expressions and what I'm hearing and reading get me out of control? And if that's the case, then, bring yourself back down and think about, well, where am I really right here? I'm actually safe right here. I'm in my room where I videotape, and I'm healthy and I'm happy and I'm doing my due diligence and I'm okay. So remind yourself of, bringing yourself back down. And I have to admit that I have had to do this for so many of my friends in the last 2 to 3 days. They call me up in panic mode and they're like, no, oh my God, I went to the store and I can't get this. I'm like, whoa, okay, whew, let's slow down. Let's just remember where we are. You're okay, you're safe, it's good. So taking a little bit of stock on what you're thinking and how those thoughts are making you feel, and taking a moment to really bring yourself back in is a really good first step. And connected to that, number 2 is don't get invested emotionally in what you're hearing and reading and seeing right now. Don't let them affect your emotions, because your emotions really make everything else happen, and they are the biggest players when it comes to what your physical body is going to do biochemically. It changes all your hormones, and that in and of itself is going to create more problems than just what's going on up here. So really take stock of your emotions and do not get invested in other people's emotional states. Again, panic and fear going on over here, bring yourself back in. and know that you're going to do whatever it takes to protect your health. So remember, go back and watch my video on how to avoid the coronavirus, because it has an incredible amount of tips in there on protecting you on not just a mental, emotional level, but on a physical level as well. I have a whole list in there of my absolute must-haves to get you through this right now, along with my healthy immunity kit, which I'll post a link below. And number 3 is a really interesting but simple exercise that you can do anywhere, anytime, and it's literally just this. So take a long, slow blink while you take a deep breath, and a deep, slow out breath. Because here's the thing, breathing out is the relaxation breath. I know this sounds counterintuitive, however, think about it and practice it yourself. Take a really big breath in. You feel really tense and tight, don't you? But when you breathe it all out, you're relaxed. You would think that having no air in your body would make you more tense, but it doesn't. It's actually the muscles are relaxed when you're doing that. So remember that when you're feeling yourself get all wound up, just take a slow blink and a deep, long out breath. The blink actually is to bring you back to you. It's to help center yourself back on you and not on what else is going on out here. It's just that momentary distraction within that can help bring you back down. So practice that one. And number 4 is recognize that this is not a life or death situation. At least I hope it's not for you. Remember, this virus, just like any virus, is going to affect you if you have a very weak, comprised immune system. And if you do, then you better be in seclusion right now. And you better be doing all of those supplements that I've suggested in the other video and in the links below. Doing whatever you can to protect yourself is what's going to keep you from getting all wound up and in fear and panic by what everybody else is saying, because you take control back. That's what all this is about. Is really, this whole scenario is teaching us that we need to take responsibility for our own health and our own life. And by doing that, you can simply feel more settled, more grounded, more in control. I'm doing everything that I can to protect myself and my loved ones. And that's really, at the end of the day, all we can do. Number 5, aside from all of that, is really do some other things. Like, now that you're on social lockdown right now, the whole world is, do some things that, which I talked about in the last video, make you happy. But another thing is anything that is mindfulness. So meditation, yoga, did not mean to do that. Anything creative, all of these things are going to bring you into the moment and keep you focused and here and now and not get caught up in the turmoil. So now that you have a better understanding of how stress and fear actually may really be affecting you and your health, I'm going to suggest you pop on over to my website. I'm going to put a link below and you can go check out not just my healthy immunity kit, because, well, that's a big seller right now, obviously, and it's one that I highly recommend you use along with all these other tools, but there's going to be a link to my stress, anxiety, and overwhelm kit. Because again, doing all your due diligence, you still might on some level be kind of wound up and caught up in it. And if you need something else, those remedies will help snap you out of it really quickly and allow you then to take better control and make better choices and get yourself in a safer, healthier place. As well, I would love you to join my community of health and wellness seekers over on my Facebook page. So make sure you pop over there right now, like it, and join in the conversation. And just so you know, when you buy one of my kits, you actually get a link to be a part of my private Facebook community, where I share my tips for state-based whole body healing to help you best navigate this chaotic world. Be sure to check out these other 2 videos on the secret language of fear and how it's affecting you, and how to avoid the coronavirus. If you love this video, make sure you hit the like button below and subscribe with the link over here. And tell all your friends and your loved ones. And comment below on what's your biggest takeaway from this video today, based on what you learned about fear and stress and how it's affecting you and your health, and how to best get through the chaos that is going on in the world right now. I look forward to your feedback and I look forward to seeing you here again next week. And remember, for the rest of this week, be authentic, be empowered, and own it completely. Bye.